Here we go, chat. It happened all at once. We were waiting for Nwpo to join the lobby. We're playing Salt Mine, by the way, Nwpo versus Oski. We got some EU games. We're covering them live this time around. And it all started very rapidly because we were waiting for Nwpo to join the game. He was here. He said he was ready, but we wasn't joining up on his team, which was throwing us off. And so Oski finally said, hey, is it okay if I go to the restroom? Like, am I going to get timed out because I kind of have to go? And at that exact moment, Nwpo joins his team. So I don't know if Nwpo is just playing some mind games, trying to get Oski thinking, or just unlucky that he had to go do something and came back at the perfect time. But Oski passing up on hitting the restroom, instead just going to play his first series. And to be fair, we have heard a lot before about players feeling like they play better when they have to go to the restroom. I don't know if that's anything that happens to you guys, but you get on a winning streak, you have to use the restroom, and you just hold it in so you continue to play better. We'll see if that'll be the case with Oski, as Nwpo is able to score first. We got a long day of 1v1s today. Oski on the board. Nwpo played a really good tournament in the previous stage of Salt Mine. One to be proud of for sure, and I think that means there's going to be a lot of high hopes for him, especially from the Falcons crew coming into this next stage of the tournament. Oski is a guy who is a bit of a wild card, I would say. I could see him performing almost anywhere in the range of the pool. I would be slightly surprised, I'd say, if he went completely undefeated, dominated the whole pool. That would be maybe one of the only results that would throw me off guard. But I could definitely see him in the top 2 and getting himself directly into the playoffs if he's on his form. And I don't know how much he's been practicing in preparation for the second stage of Salt Mine, but he seems to be one of those players that doesn't necessarily need to practice specifically for ones and still do really well. Nwpo, interesting flick, just a delayed flick, and it's just enough to get Oski to miss. But like I said, 6 matches today, and I'm sure for those of you who watch the stream a lot can probably already tell that I am a bit under the weather today. But the show must go on as always, so we're going to grind it out and get a lot of matches done. I think we're going to be live again tomorrow as well. We're picking up the JamesBot 1v1s. JamesBot couldn't make it today. Normally we don't do EU, we only get those NA matches live. But EU needed some help this time around, so we're here to help out. Oski having to back off. He's waiting for that boost to spawn, but it didn't spawn for him. He's going to have to defend on very little. Nwpo popping off a very strong shot to put him in the lead. I mean, you see Oski, he tried to even save his 18 boost. Could have used a little bit more of it if he wanted to make a save, but it's so important in ones, not just to get a save, but to be able to quickly make something out of it. And if you don't, oftentimes you're just delaying the inevitable, so you'll see many a pro almost save what feels like necessary boost to be used just because they need to not only save but also escape. Nwpo has the resets and will pop it over the top of Oski again. 5-3 as he starts to pull away. The biggest separation I think we've seen from anybody. This has been a tight game to start. Oski is going to make it tight once again as he brings it within 1. Nwpo, oh my goodness, what a save by Oski. The fact that he was able to get back to that seemed like a kickoff goal waiting to happen. It took a very impressive recovery. Nwpo slightly off target. I was about to say that he was clinical so far today with the aerial attacks, but it is 1 slight miss and make it 2 slight misses. Not anything to worry about necessarily, as he has still been fully in control of the play, but it'll become a problem if he can't continue or continues to not be able to find the net. Nwpo to the skies. Slightly underneath the dribble. Recovers from it with ease. And maybe telegraphed the fact that he was taken to the ground a bit too early. Oski able to recognize that as he sees Nwpo just falling deep underneath the ball from a position that he's not going to be using any reset. Clearly wants to catch it. So Oski gets up over the top. Now kickoff goal saved again by Oski. 5-5. Little bump. Throws him off target. Nwpo keeping the ball near ceiling height. He was looking for a backboard double. He wanted to go high, make Oski miss, but Oski actually had the read and stopped it immediately. Something that is not easy to do because, you know, most defenders aren't going to assume the ball is headed to the back wall. And in general, it's not the best idea to protect the back wall because you'll just leave the bottom of your net open. But Oski, inside the head of Nwpo, knew exactly what to expect. Has himself a lead now. And the lead instantly erased as Nwpo on a bouncing ball looked like he might shoot high. Oski banked on that, which allowed Nwpo to squeeze it underneath. Oski gonna make it 7-6. A lot of standard kickoff goals in this game one. Something I expect to see them adjust. It looks like Oski's going to be the first to adjust it. Now that he has the lead, he is smart to recognize that he does no longer need the really volatile kickoff option. So instead he delays, but turns out that doesn't work either. Obviously, the bigger proponent to getting scored on was the pre-jump to the ceiling as he tried to stop the wall to air dribble. But to be fair, it probably wasn't the worst idea. Nwpo has been very threatening with those aerial gameplay, or those aerial takes. And so, forcing Nwpo to do something different might work out better, but he was just quick thinking. Slammed it past him down the side wall. While I'm talking about that play, Oski has put himself back in the lead again. It has been him taking the lead and Nwpo trying to earn it back. Nwpo, ball to air dribble, reset fake. Oh my god, this is just such a high scoring 1v1. Every time it seems like Oski has done enough and will be able to hold on to his lead, or should be able to hold on at least for a little bit. Always an immediate goal followed right after by Nwpo. Oski trying to make something out of Nwpo's setup. Nwpo bumping Oski onto the wall, power sliding to keep us momentum. Very important part of the play. Nwpo loses his carry of the ball, and now it's Oski trying to take an immediate shot. He couldn't get onto the right angle in time. So Nwpo, will it be a 0-second goal all the way from his back corner? He has no issue going the distance, but he'll drop the reset low. Wait a second, 0 seconds. Actually happened right after the bounce. So Oski has an opportunity. He's going to pop up for an air dribble bump, but the pop-up wasn't great. Oh my goodness, the ball's still in the air though. Oski backflip, Nwpo on gold! Nwpo on gold. Oh my goodness. This was not a shot that would make it in, but Nwpo slammed it in for him. Oh my goodness, a devastating way to lose in game one. Oski will start this best of 5 with a slight edge. Game number 2. Nwpo gonna have to shake off own goaling to finish a tied game at 0 seconds. If there's any guy who can just slam on the gas and forget the past, it seems like it's Nwpo. So I don't expect this to affect him too much going forward in the series, or at least would hope not to. Although he does find himself down 1 again. Oski, soft flick. Nwpo was expecting something stronger. He went up to the top left corner. Oski's gonna make it 3-0. Wow. He is just tacking on to what was a devastating loss for Nwpo. Oh, big miss by Oski. Is he going to allow Nwpo his first goal in this game? He will. Nwpo wins an immediate kickoff. The wave dash kickoff, not one that normally wins the ball into the opposite half. Oftentimes it's one where you kind of accept a slight loss and rely on the dash to be the reason why you get an advantage. But Nwpo just wins it basically straight into Oski's half. Oski, great catch on the sidewall, goes to the ground, tried to wave dash to shoot it into the top left, but just barely missed on the touch. Nwpo, oh my goodness, what a snipe. Nwpo has tied it right back up. Absolutely sniping the top shelf here. It's worth a watch again. Oski playing on 0 boost. Man, he's got forced to own goal it, but that was filthy. If you guys want to watch all the matches at once, !Red Zone will give you a link that should show all of the current live matches at the same time. Whether you just use that as your guide to know where to go, or if you just watch from that perspective, is up to you. Nwpo has his lead, one that he expects himself to have, and he is so lethal on these air dribbles. You cannot afford to have him winning wall-to-air dribbles on the kickoff. Oski is going to adjust his kickoff after a couple did not go his way. Nwpo pinch on target. Oski has the save. Oski demo, it connects. That was the only way he's going to be able to make that work, and he must have just hit supersonic right before landing down. But all that matters is he did. And now he's got himself within one. Nwpo resets, just fakes it, bumps Oski a couple extra times for good measure, but certainly the second bump not needed. Already was on its way in. Oski very passive pre-jump off the back wall. Khaled forfeit. My guess, based on what I saw in the check-in lobby, is that he just didn't show up. I haven't heard anything about his games. Like him intentionally stepping out or anything. Nwpo just past the halfway point of the game. The 2-goal lead. Oh my goodness, what a strong pinch. It's not going to matter though, as it's just off target. Oski slowing the pace down into an air dribble bump, or what could have been or should have been an air dribble bump, but instead he just goes back low and allows Nwpo to easily challenge and take the ball away. Nwpo, he is just trying to play at maximum speed. Believe it or not, you don't have to stay on the ball every second. Nwpo is going to try and find a way to make it work, but it will be Oski possession. And now Oski fake. Oh, that's dirty. We're going to watch it from Nwpo's perspective. He got Nwpo up off the back wall with his fake, and then it was just too late. Oh, Nwpo tried a backflip to stay relevant, and then Oski actually ended up putting it to the place that he did originally fake it at. Yo, Rival, thank you for the 7 months of Prime. Appreciate you. Nwpo front flip in for his 7th goal. Another wall-to-air dribble kickoff. Possession 1. And another one converted on. That's going to happen a lot with Nwpo. Super high-scoring games between these two so far. As Oski gets another. Nwpo deciding to bail on his bump of Oski. His ball wasn't even headed on target, so probably makes a lot of sense. Nwpo in and out of his own net. Oski to the ceiling. He's going to try and pin it in. He will. And it felt like Nwpo probably could have made a play on this. See some frustration toggling. I guess because he was on 0 boost, he never picked up a pad. He just picked up 1 pad, and he was too far out of position by the time he did. If he had picked up a pad earlier, he wouldn't have had to reach out to get one, and he probably could have used just 12 boost to make that save, but he didn't have it when he needed it. Yeah, a lot of people are probably going to be coming in asking today. For those of you who've watched a bunch, or maybe if you don't, you could just tell that I'm a bit under the weather, which I apologize for. I do my best to power through. We might just have to do like ASMR show matches today, which, you know, are a vibe. Just play away from the intense yelling. Oski, full field dribble. Underneath a minute, I would say that this was a really crucial possession. That would be their last scoring opportunity, but that would mean I haven't been watching the match so far. These guys are scoring a ton. It was a really impressive save, by the way, from Nwpo on that air dribble. Oh, he sends it straight to the ceiling. Oh my goodness, Nwpo, what a save! This is ridiculous. Unfortunately, we have to commentate in ASMR mode today, but man, there are some very yelling opportunities here defensively from both players. Now Oski on the counter cannot find the top left. Please don't own goal again, Nwpo. Worried there for a second, but he does send it high to the top of the arena. Will he corral this and get a shot off of it? Oski pops it in front of the net. Looks to clear it away. Gets a bump. Actually has a decent opportunity. No, he can't stick with it. That'll hit ground. So overtime in game number 2. Oski put himself in a great position with a 2-0 lead, and that's exactly what he does. Wins the kickoff, flicks to the top shelf, and now has 3 chances to take Nwpo down in the first round. Thank you, External Use, for the prime. Game number 3. Nwpo and Oski back against the wall if you're Nwpo. Really volatile game so far. A ton of scoring both ways. Seems like the answer for either one of them is probably just to improve the defense, shore it up a little bit. If you're scoring 8 or 9 goals a game, you're doing enough on offense. But if you're giving up 9 to 8 goals a game, well, the reality is there's probably something to change on your kickoff. I would say that you have to adjust your defense, and that's probably true, but for the most part, you might just have to adjust your kickoff, make it a little bit less volatile. Nwpo, he is going to score off a fake, and he has earned that right the way he's been playing in the air. Oski trying to pre-flip to make something out of this. No, he didn't get a touch. He did force Nwpo to panic. Now Nwpo picking up pads. Try and be able to make something out of this save. Air dribble 50. Nwpo just enough, man. You know what's funny is the goal line defense has actually been pretty impressive at times from both these guys, despite the really high scoring, which I guess even further lends itself to the kickoff being what these guys need to shore up. Nwpo just went for a soft shot, catching it out of the air. The volley. Oski gets his air dribble intercepted immediately, and now it's Nwpo who's finally in the zone. With probably his biggest lead of today. I think he had a 2-goal lead in game 1, but that got erased. To start game 3 with a 3-goal lead. Nwpo saves this off the post. Thought for a second he might go out to the ball, but does go to the back corner. Nice interception. We watched that from Nwpo's perspective. A little camera check to see if he's going to get a goal, and he is. So it's 4-0. What is Nwpo's ping? We did a test server. This one's 116 to 124. And while some of the Saudi guys can get lower ping servers on EU, this is unfortunately somewhat regular. This is probably, you know, on the worst end for Nwpo, but I think the difference between 102 and 116 for him, he doesn't really care. I think to him it's more, or at least for most players, it's about consistency. Consistent 116 is no issue, and even preferable over inconsistent 102. So we tested this server out. He didn't mind it, and we'll see if we can start to bring this back. Why do you talk while you're asleep? Yeah. We're just sleepwalking the series today. Oski, goal out of his own half and a kickoff goal to keep himself relevant in this game. I went to Gamers 8 and I played on the Saudi ping connection to EU servers, and it's not easy. Just because they're used to it and they make it seem like it's no big deal, if you go play it, you recognize that it isn't easy. You just have to adjust to some really tough and deceiving reads. Oh, nice 50. Nwpo was farming not long ago when he was playing his peak 1v1. This is one of the main ways he was scoring. Because his air dribbles are so threatening, he can get people moving and he can back off and just power them through. Nwpo resets. Oh, nice recovery by Oski. Oski pre-jumped and seemed to be out of position, but got back down and back up. This clear will buy him some time to grab boost, but it should still be a clean Nwpo possession. Nwpo, air dribble resets, 50, no. Oski directs it into the corner and has the faster recovery too. Impressive recovery. Long shot should be a goal. Yeah, Nwpo can't get back. Great play from Oski. A minute 52. Nwpo, the kind of guy you do not want to let get started at all. I'm sure Oski has his sights set on a sweep if possible. Nwpo is going to get another goal though, or at least he should, after directing this greedy kickoff attempt from Oski to the back wall. Nwpo, no boost grab. Oski able to steal it. Has to pre-flip past the initial shot. So he used a ton of the boost that he got in his feverish attempt to get back, but the main thing is that he had starved Nwpo out. Both these guys have been able to reset. This air dribble tried to turn too late into an adjustment, whether it was going to be a bump or a carry over the top. It all happened long after he really had time to change the trajectory. So it'll be a Nwpo save and a little bit of cushion. The first time either one of these guys has had any cushion as we approach the final minutes. And I talked before about, 8 or 9 goals being enough. It seems like that is where Nwpo will likely end up. Man, great save by Oski. No shot to come out of it, though. Oh, that boost respawned perfectly for Nwpo. Almost gave him a chance at a scoring opportunity. Oh, that was actually a nice save by Mr. Nwpo. As Oski looked to just take a long shot on the counter attack. Oh my goodness, that big missed backflip that needed to be a goal. And Oski should have just been able to put it on target on that near post. Oski cannot fit it into the bottom rights. So it's looking like game number 3 will be for Nwpo as he tries to begin his reverse sweep. Every match so important, every game so important too, with a lot of tiebreakers coming down to game differential. If you're able to get full sweeps, or even if you're Nwpo, if you're able to just fight back some games before losing, it can work out a lot better for you. Is this a secret stream? Yes, it is. Secret stream today. Oski, could he do the impossible? Score 2 here late. There's the first. 12 seconds. And man, did we call it a bit too early? Oski does not win this kickoff. Taps the ball to Nwpo. He's more interested in the boost. And Nwpo right now is going to score another. Not going to back down. He does so with almost no boost left too. If we go and watch from his perspective, he had 43 and he essentially went all in on this play. If he doesn't score it, he's getting countered on. But that is the confidence and the disregard for game context that Nwpo often has. He knows he can get his shot. He doesn't care what might happen if he misses. Game number 3, going to Nwpo as we head to game 4. Game number 4. Nwpo and Oski. Does field control mean that Nwpo is playing more defense and getting more counter goals? Field control, I believe, just means, yeah, the ball position. So if the ball is more often in the orange half, then that is field control for Nwpo. It means he's pinning Oski back. So, who did it say had field control? I forgot to check the stats, to be honest. Oski cannot get his flick going before the Nwpo dunk. Oski actually just helped own goal. To be fair, he was trying to get the save, and I think he had really no choice but to get back and make a play on the ball, so doesn't hurt him too much. Nwpo had 41% to Oski's 59. Yeah, I think that means Oski spent most of the time in Nwpo's half. Oh, what a double save by Nwpo. Will he be credited with a goal? He will, and he deserves it. Oski going what was essentially all in on that second shot, but for good reason. By all means, should have walked away with a goal, but Nwpo had a recovery and a save. And that meant he counterattacked with ease. Oski, another kickoff win to the right wall. I think he's been winning a lot of his kickoffs to the right wall. Oski, there's that delayed air dribble. It wasn't a bump, but it's something that he's kind of been trying to get going for a bit. Finally able to do it on a kickoff when Nwpo forced back. For Wasp, falling to Toxic is definitely a bit of a surprising result. Oski, nice air dribble resets. First time I feel he's been in the lead in the past 7 or so minutes. It's felt like it's been an inevitable Nwpo comeback for all that time, but now, maybe just maybe, Oski can end it at 4. Nwpo reset directly into Oski. His placement had been perfect on his previous takes. This time he did get a bit low. It's very nitpicky, but it's the kind of nitpicky that results in you getting scored on the opposite direction versus forcing a tough save or maybe even a goal of your own. So an important nitpickiness. Nwpo front flip, making it 3-4. So far, everything the chat is telling me about how the matches have been going is, you know, the underdog has won every single one. So I don't know if that's going to happen here with Oski and Nwpo as well. Nwpo, I think he missed this. Oh, but Oski helps him out. Oski says, hey, bud, you were slightly off target there. I'll slap it in for you. But I think that's because Nwpo would have been able to make a play. Oski had to touch it in some way. And if he didn't, it would just be a Nwpo goal. Nwpo regains the lead. So we're back to close games. My voice sounds soothing. Someone redeemed ASMR mode for the whole stream, in case you're wondering. That's the only reason. Nwpo using all the resets he can find to try and get the ball past Oski. Oski's going to back off. Let Nwpo just go crazy on the ball like he always does. Oski lost his dribble. Really lowers his opportunities. He decides to just go for a side flip and attempt to bank on the fact that Nwpo was diving. Nwpo was not diving. Nwpo was shadowed. And Nwpo is able to set up a counterattack. So really need to keep that ball on top of your car. Not that Oski didn't try. He was doing his best to boost back under it as soon as he got the possession. Oski flicks it directly into Nwpo. The bump, will it be enough to get around and shoot? No, it won't, because Nwpo saves his flip and dashes on the recovery. Now Nwpo, full field dribble. Oski has pre-jumped it. He is already at ceiling heights, and he does intercept it. Oh, and he actually gets back to this ball again. Wow, I thought for sure it was going to just be a Nwpo possession. But Oski actually immediately sends it back into the blue half. 50 with Nwpo in the air. This, though, is essentially... Oh, wait. Is Oski going to get back? I thought for sure it was going to be a goal. Wow. Oski, what a defensive masterclass here. He has done really well to be able to pre-jump and not get caught out. Nwpo. Air dribble reset. Oski gets a touch. Oski, will he try and keep this in the air? Oh, he does accept that it's falling to the ground. Nwpo clears this one out. Oski wants to make sure he gets his own boost. Nwpo, man, he has flown by the ball so many different times. His reliance on speed never changes, but it often leads to some head-scratching misses. But hey, he's able to get this challenge. Doesn't even need to get back to the ball. It's 7-5 with under a minute. Oski backflipping off this pre-jump from Nwpo, and then easily able to half flip to control. This is a great read from Oski. Defenders are doing this nowadays. When they see those free air dribble setups, they're pre-jumping him. Oski managed to not even get a first touch, which is very impressive. A rare feat. Finds himself down one. Certainly does not want to go to game 5 after a nice start, and he got himself an opening. Nice recovery from Nwpo. It's not going to matter. But man, it was close. I thought he was completely out of it. Oh, but did he backflip in the air? That's just an insane recovery. It didn't matter, but man, had he gotten the save. "30 seconds, tie game. Oski trying to go the distance on a very slow dribble. He's going to fall far from the net. Decides to use the reset. Nwpo onto an air dribble of his own. Oski cannot get the save. The bump secures the goal. Nwpo on his air dribble. Might not have intended it to be an air dribble bump at first, but it works out perfectly as he gets his reset. He notices he can protect the ball while scoring. He's got a 1-goal lead with 19 seconds. Oski kickoff loss into his half. Nwpo's going to have boost, but Oski's going to have the ball and boost. Decides for an immediate pop as Nwpo tries to defend close. No touch there from Oski. He has to back off. Nwpo gave him possession, so there is going to be one last opportunity for Oski. He's going to take the skies headed far away from the net. This reset is going to be not enough to bring it back. So Nwpo will force game 5 and try and finish the reverse sweep. Game number 5. Nwpo and Oski in a first round of Salt Mine that has seen a lot of upsets, according to what chat is telling me. Oski wanted to be another one of them, but has slowly let it slip away, but not fully. All will be forgotten if he is able to finish it out here in game 5. These two are going to trade kickoff goals in the first 14 seconds. Oski to the back wall. His double is wide. Aiming back off his reset. Pretty favorable bounce to keep the ball in the air and away from where Nwpo can easily control it, but Oski does give it back to him. Oski fakes the backflip to take the ball midfield. Instead, cuts it on the ground. He's left a lot to be desired with his ground possessions so far late in this series. Needs to figure out a reliable way to score with them. Otherwise, he's going to be in trouble. Nwpo takes to an air dribble and 50s it in for the lead. Oski denying the midfield and corner boost. He'll deny this corner boost as well. Nwpo will finally be able to reset on the opposite midfield. Of course, he turns back into the play immediately. He is not backing down. Might not have gotten that reset. Seems like he might have tried to use it there. But the ball slammed into the ceiling into his car. Apparently not enough to get anything out of it. Nwpo starts to dribble from just past half field. His reset is saved. Oski, nice recovery as well. Nwpo is going to delay the Oski possession. No, he's not. He's going to score. And that is just the speed that he brings. Normally, a turn back in with 12 boost would be a death sentence. But Nwpo wave dashing onto the wall and then back down onto the ground, picking up another 12 in the process, and he makes 24 boosts look like 100. He has himself a lead. Nwpo gets a fourth. 2-goal separation. But a lot of time left on the clock. Oski, early use of the reset to counter Nwpo challenging early. Oski has all the boosts in the world, and normally we would say that means he has an advantage, but the way Nwpo's been playing doesn't really matter to him. He'll stay on the ball with 12 and he'll find a way to score. Zero boost Nwpo and a boom, a long shot. Oski now into the air. Seems like he's looking for the top right corner. Nwpo sees that. Pre-jumps the interception. Now he'll take another dribble, threatening the corner. Oski saves off the backboard. Can he get a power shot in time? He's going to go to the backboard where Nwpo can't get to it based on the cadence. Oh my goodness, what great placement, and yet still not an immediate goal. A shout out to Oski. Nwpo recovering at full speed, would not be able to slow down and get up to cover the backboard. So he did his best going in and out of the nets, but Oski placed it around him. Would have been a little bit more exciting for the first touch to go in. Instead, he does have to get it on the follow-up. Still a very impressive play. Oski, huge goal if he's able to get it here to re-tie it up, and he does. Lots of time. 2 minutes, 5 goals each. I mean, these games have ended with at least one of them getting like 9 goals, it seems, if not both of them. So a lot of offense yet to be had, but Oski in a decent position. Forced into a double jump save. Actually undercut Nwpo. Another position you'd think Nwpo surely is leaving, but he does stay just a moment longer. And now it's Oski in the air. Needs a reset. He plays right into Nwpo's hands. When he doesn't get these favorable setups, he needs to bail on them, but he's not. He's trying to make them work. He's milking something out of them, and it's playing into Nwpo's hands on defense. Oski either needs better setups or better ideas on what to do when he doesn't get the setup he wants. This time he's going to back into his corner. Pass to himself off the side wall. This air dribble is another setup that is just not great. This one he does bail out of, though, which I think is a good idea. It's better than getting scored on. Nwpo is a wall dash maniac. Oski just booming the ball at Nwpo again. Nwpo's proven, though, that he can handle that defensively and immediately in possession. Oski, this is maybe his best chance to boom a long shot. Nwpo is going to control it onto the backboard. And now 30 seconds. The scoring has heavily slowed down here late. Air dribble bump. Nwpo goes to the old reliable to give himself a bit of cushion. .26 seconds. Oski gets the first of 2 kickoffs that he'll need. Ball to air dribble. Has the reset. Goes for a second. Nwpo reacting on the ground, but ultimately thought Oski was going to go high. Oski one step ahead. Nwpo gives him the nice one. And I'm going to let them marinate in their decision for this next kickoff just a little bit, as Oski needs it for sure. Probably not happy that it's a direct on kickoff. Those are normally not as volatile. Nwpo going to hit it to the back wall, or to the side wall, I should say, but win the race to the boost. Oski tried to get a cheeky immediate shot. Nwpo is going to keep the ball on his goal line. Such a departure from his normal strategy, which is to just be gung-ho at the ball. Oski can get underneath this, but no, he won't. Nwpo denies the upset and gets the reverse sweep, winning the best of 5 in Game 5.